Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
I still love it every time. Every time it gets me, and it's amazing. And we appreciate you, Dan, for doing that for charity. Welcome, everybody. It's the Scene Snobs Podcast. May the 4th be with you. And hello there.
And also with you.
And also with you. I love that Star Wars fans and nerds have stolen. What is that? Or is that the devil?
I'm doing that symbol that you would always see one of the saints or someone with the 2 fingers up.
Oh, yeah. Like, shh, yeah. Little boy, shh. Oh, sorry. I went the wrong way with that. We are celebrating Star Wars today. I did not dress up. Case, I think I've been a little down lately.
I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. What's got you down?
Well, I did watch Batman Forever, and that always gets me down.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I'm Popcorn and Pints for watching all of them, and I just had to watch it, and then I remember Bat Nipples, and it just wasn't good. And then they changed the suit. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So I think it just brought me down.
I mean, I was really excited about the cool Batmobile. He did get a glowy one that looked like a strange dildo.
There is nothing good about that movie, and you know it. 40-year-old Robin running around. Like, we get why you were in the circus. Apparently you were an act. Great. But, oh, yeah, I'm going to adopt him because I know what it's like. What do you know? He's 40. Give him $10. Send him on his way. Why do you have to
It's showing the hubris of billionaires.
I got an island for you. Oh, Bruce.
Oh, Bruce.
It's a lead line tent. When they're arguing about like being partners, and Batman is like kind of like talking down to him like he's a child.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I know they've been trying to set this up, and Chris O'Donnell's arguing back. I'm like, this is a man arguing with a slightly older other man. This is like if you and I were arguing, and I'm like, you can't be my partner. And you're like, I'm going whether you want me to or not. And it's like, but I'm talking to you like you're 8.
Yeah, but realistically, I'm 43.
But what bothers me about this the most, and I had like sort of an existential thought about it, is why do I want my Robins to be children? Like, would it make more sense for him to team up with just another dude?
Because it shows even more hubris that the billionaire says, I can turn this child into a weapon.
That's true.
Which he does primarily to the nth degree with his actual child, Damian Wayne, when he becomes Robin, and he's a full-on murderer.
Hey, at least when Daredevil teams up with Spider-Man, he doesn't know he's teamed up with a child.
Oh, that's fair.
There's a man in the name. It's very misleading. Robin, though,
yeah.
It's like, come on. Like, I get 1966. You're like, you're just climbing up some things. Pop, pow. Ooh, it's not that bad. He was a child. This time around, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
also,
because now this is some gritty stuff. They're going up against some pretty dangerous foes.
Especially, like, Two-Face wanting to murder everyone.
Yeah. And as we've discussed, all the OSHA violations alone in Gotham make it dangerous to walk down the freaking street.
Every one of these movies reminds me of that episode and what else I would have added to it. Every single one of them. We're watching these. I'm like, this city shouldn't exist. Ever.
No, that's the corporation's wet dream is Gotham.
You know what? You're 100% right. They want Gotham, and then eventually turn that into Los Angeles from what is it?
Escape from LA.
From Blade Runner.
Blade Runner's LA. Okay.
Yeah, they want that corporate crap everywhere, just dark, because you don't, why have fun? Why be happy in life?
Nah, that's why they, show you, signs with pretty girls, so that you can go like, that's the only joy you're going to find. Well, your life sucks. It's always raining here. Things are pretty terrible, and you're never moving beyond whatever status you're at. Why don't you just go bang about it?
I can't argue with that.
Right?
There's only so much you can do. Why don't you go bang a machine about it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we are getting...
Just put your dong over here for a little bit, and yeah, you'll feel better. Hold your clam up against this. We'll have you set in no time.
Listen, it's just a lot more realistic in the Daredevil world.
Oh, yeah. Clearly.
I'm like Daredevil. I could be Daredevil.
Oh, absolutely. Swinging from rooftops all day, bro.
I'm a man without fear. My stubbornness precludes my fear. Like, it's gone. But I'm like a Daredevil, except the DD stands for like Daily Donuts. Like that's the Daredevil in me. It's like
you're willing to have a hallway fight as long as there's like a line of food or maybe on a way to a candy store or something. Like that's.
I don't stand on lines, and that's the fight.
That's the fight every time.
It's a wonder where I'm fighting my way to the front of the line.
You should. But the real epics are during the buffet scenes. Those are the ones that really go over the top.
But we only go to Chinese buffet because that's the only one I like.
Only.
Listen. I miss those days. I need some Chinese buffet in my life.
Yeah, we can Chinese buffet it up, man. There's one right down the street from me.
Ooh, out in there in West Virginia.
Oh, like West by God, buddy.
I got no problems with West Virginia.
No,
I know I say it. The way I'm saying it sounds like I have many problems with West Virginia. But I really don't.
Yeah. The older we've gotten, and especially, so it's kind of funny because in this area, it's such a big deal. If you're, from Virginia or Maryland, there's a whole status effect to it. Whereas you and I are immune to that because we are from completely different states where the status effects are very clear. Connecticut, we all know exactly who we are. Jersey, you know exactly who you are. So, and you'll fight about it no matter what, which is my favorite part.
Every time. I threw this because I was so angry at what you just said. Because you're so right.
I mean, I could compliment you and you'd be like, "You think so? Let me show you the devil, bro. It's the Jersey Devil right here."
It's the guy right there. He's all in red. He's the 13th child. What are you gonna do? Oh my God! I did that today. I did like an exaggerated Jersey accent to I was driving the boys home from school and I was like, I forget what I said, but I was saying and what I was saying is innocuous, but what I said was like I said it with a Jersey accent. My son, the youngest, goes, yeah, that's a cool European accent. And I'm like, what? I was like, did I do it that bad? I was like, I wasn't going for European. He's like, he was like, maybe I'm not great at accents. I was like, well, you try. What's the accent I just did? And he goes, "G'day, mate." And I was like, that's not even the right continent. And he goes,
the other side of the globe, kid.
But he goes, after all that, he just like, maybe I'm not so good at accents after all. And I couldn't help but start like bawling laughing. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I was just like, get it right. It was Jersey accent.
It was Jersey
exaggerated. But.
See, that's what I love too, is there are certain states that are like, your heritage is Jersey. Like there's certain Pennsylvania people who are like, you're PA all the way. Then you get, obviously New York, you're from New York, you're a New Yorker. And then, then we have New England. And it's like, well, we're all up there.
We have leaves.
We've got Boston, so there's like one city.
New England, the land of leaves, construction workers, and lawyers.
And cows.
And teachers in a weird way. Like there's a lot of people are teachers up there.
Tons of people are teachers. It's one of the only consistent, steady jobs after all the mills have closed.
I have to assume that, considering they say that like 49% of the country reads at a 6th grade reading level.
Yes.
I have to assume that like New England holds, let's take Boston out. Let's be real.
Right.
And, the rest of it is just kind of like maybe 37% of the 49%. Everyone else is just sprinkled along.
We're a big chunk of it. And then you have like a couple small, tight areas.
Dude, the King and Queen the other day went to Front Royal. My wife told me, she goes, "Oh, the King and Queen are coming to Front Royal," and I'm like, "That's going to be interesting."
So this was an incredible moment because my daughter legitimately looks at me and goes, "Dad, they shut down the town for the King and Queen." And I was like, okay, well, that's not crazy. I mean, they had to, close it off and security some small areas. That's important. You want to do that. She was like, didn't we already beat them? Why are we doing this for the king and queen? And I was like, you are not wrong. You know what? You are 100% correct, child.
She is wrong, but not because she doesn't know she's wrong. But I didn't think she was wrong. I didn't think that was a wrong sentiment either, because I was like, wait, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? So I'm on her side. Not even was on her side. I'm on her side. But my issue is it's the 250th birthday of America, and the King of England here came up here and morally high ground all of us.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, yeah, we beat you, but this is sort of a last laugh.
After 250 years, did we really win?
No.
The fullness of time, as he said, is the Great British, Kingdom, Empire, whatever they are now at this point, state. They managed to outlast, and 250 years to them is nothing. That's a drop in the bucket. That's a joke. But for us, that's 250 years that we told daddy and mommy to go screw themselves. So I don't understand why our parents are so shocked when we rebel. And then our children rebel. We're born to rebel, baby. We are the rebels. And baby, we were born to run. That's for you. That's a little gift. That's what that is. That's you can have that free of charge.
I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for, buddy.
I love it. Born to run, baby.
Absolutely.
That
still one of my all-time favorites. As much as I talk smack about the boss, Born to Run is still one of the all-time greatest songs. Like, that's just that is an absolute classic.
I love Thunder Road too. I love it. I mean, listen, if we're being real, I love them. It's the Bruce.
For you, it's all of them. I've got like 4 that I can go back to, and mine are the weird ones: Sad Eyes, Tunnel of Love.
Yeah, those are the weird. Those are the weird poppy good ones, though. Like I love Tunnel of Love.
Yeah.
So like it's not like, oh, you like Tunnel. You like the poppy ones. I get that.
I do. I love them. Well, I know, Secret Garden is still one of my all times. That's like, I've got to figure out. That's what we have to do for our next mixtape episode. I want to do the favorite love story songs, the songs that just really take you back to like either exes and special moments, first kisses, first anythings, that like anything that really takes you back. The first time you met your wife, I know you had mentioned before you had a song for something along that.
We did Love and Heartbreak, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't personalized. It was like a love mix. And some of them you could add songs that meant something to you, but a mixtape episode.
Yeah.
An actual building of a mixtape of our lives and our loves.
Yep.
It's an interesting one. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we got to make that happen.
That's what I'm saying, buddy. We got June.
Yeah. You know what? Let me plan on that one, because I like to get a lot of people on those.
Yeah.
Because those are always like fun to just kind of hear the stories and stuff. But that's going to be the next one. I like that one a lot.
Awesome.
Oh, awesome. I'm good call. But
Well,
write it down so I remember it.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's a really good point. We did this last time. Exercise of futility.
What was the point of this again? Dude, I gotta tell you, man, I have been suffering a kidney stone.
Yeah, man.
For the last week or so, and this better be the end. This scenario needs to end, Casey. This is over a decade now. I don't want it anymore. It's getting to a point where I don't feel safe in my own body. I feel like they're transporting them. You know who? The conservatives.
The Anunnaki?
The Anunnaki? No, the conservatives.
Oh, right.
Trying to keep it a secret.
The Mormons?
Don't even get me started on those guys. You don't even want to know what they put in you when you're not looking.
Not caffeine.
Hold on, I'll tell you. Dick.
Oh, man. I definitely got to keep my eyes peeled around those guys.
Oh, no. But that, I was feeling a little bit better today. That all precludes it's a prelude to today. I was feeling a little bit better today. I have a procedure tomorrow I got to do, hopefully to kind of get to the bottom of all this shit. But before I came down, I got some bad news that kind of brought me down a little bit. I'm trying to bounce back though.
All right, man. You got this.
So there's a few things I got to run by you on this.
Okay.
One, Jim Starling died.
Really?
Yeah. Yankees broadcaster.
Yeah, man.
So that's, well, I'm telling my wife who Jim Starling is, and she's like, who? And I'm like, oh, he started about 50 years ago. I mean, he was Mr. October, Don Mattingly, Tino Martinez, like my favorite players that I want to talk about.
I remember listening to him talk about, because he started around the Reggie Jackson year, right? In the 80s?
Yeah, it had to be. I don't know how many years he was doing it, but I think it was 70s. It might have been the late 70s.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson was the 79, 78.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah.
So, and just like hearing that he passed away, like I get it, he's 87 years old, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those like gut punches because you're never going to hear that again.
Yeah.
And I know you loved hearing the Yankees win.
I just thought it's running through my head, but it will never pass these lips. Okay, I'll give you one in honor of his passing.
Well, I was gonna pitch you an idea.
Okay, pitch me the idea.
Because I know I owe you. Every episode I owe you. But I thought I would pitch the idea of if I can make you laugh one more time, maybe I can get out of it. But if I can't make you laugh, I'll say it.
All right.
Okay. I will get there. Oh, you want the joke now?
No, whenever. I'll still give you I'll give you what I was.
I can do it now if you want. It's up to you. I just know it's going to come on and it's probably going to be set. Like, you don't laugh at these sort of things.
Fair. We'll do it at the end. Let's get through, because we got a lot of show from May 4th, baby.
May the 4th, baby.
May the 4th. And this is one of our favorite times of year. I'm rocking my shirt, bestowed upon me by my daughter, Galaxy's best dad, holler.
I literally had to go to the bathroom, so I did not put any shirt on. I was like,
totally understand. This was just walking out of the shower. There's nothing on my bottom half.
Fuck yeah, stand up.
No, I can't right now. It's illegal.
All right. Why? I say this isn't for kids on YouTube.
No, because I don't want to, hurt anyone's feelings. No,
I don't. We're only going to see part of it.
That's true.
The rest is across the room watching TV.
That's not enough camera to fit it all.
I'm thinking about the dude from The Boys who's just beating everybody with his dick.
Love Sausage Man. He's amazing.
God.
But it is May the 4th. It's a wonderful time of year. This is one of our favorites. We love Star Wars. We grew up with Star Wars. It's been in our lives, in our realms, and every facet of our beings. It's how we be friends. We interact with other friends. Going to the movies, was always an experience. It was a time for us to definitely go in the cinema. But it was the four of us would always go. We went to
every year. We were like going.
Yeah, so it was awesome, and I think it's great to celebrate. There's not a track record of 100%. They're not batting 1,000. We all know that there are things we don't like and things that we'd like to see done differently. But at the end of the day, it's wonderful, and it's something I still get to share with my daughter. So it's a really fun thing, even though she's this is boring and there's a lot of talking, and I'm like, this is what we had. This is great. Like, she struggles. She does not really love it, and I realized I have an incredibly ADD child.
It's okay. I think there's an H in there now. I don't know how they do it.
Right?
I don't know. It's like ADHD QRPUYLA. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying that, like,
oh yeah,
it's, what it is. It's like I was doing something the other day. Oh, we were bird watching.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson the bird watch, so we got into it and stuff. And what do you call a robin?
A red-breasted robin.
I didn't need a name anymore.
Oh, what is it?
Red robin, red-breasted robin. It's an American robin.
What?
Yeah, I guess we claimed it.
But
I don't know when it changed, but I do remember Robin. I remember Red Robin. I remember Red-Breasted Robin. And I was telling Jack that, and I was looking at him, and we're looking at the book and stuff. It's an American Robin now.
All right, cool. I guess we're just taking stuff.
Well, you know what? I did watch a cool documentary this year, too, before we get on to Star Wars. And it was called Bird Names. And they were discussing on how, like, bird names are usually chosen and if they rename birds. So a lot of, and there's a big, like, push to rename some birds that are named after people who are not so great.
That's fair.
So, like, those I sort of get. American Robin feels like Kid Rock busted his way into, like, the bird office and was like, let me tell you something. Change the name to American.
I feel as though in a matter of months we could get that sucker to the American Robin. Because I don't want no in there.
Every one of them comes with like a Bud Light can.
Exactly.
And like
or we go
arrests.
We go back to the originator of America with Amerigo Vespucci and called the Amerigo Robin.
Oh God. Can you imagine going back that far? Fuck you, Columbus.
I take my advice from Magellan, who was beaten to death in the Philippines, but that's a different story.
But he got there.
But he got there, man. His body made it around.
Oh my God. I don't even know how they kept that one up.
Right.
Dude,
that was one of my favorite things in school was learning about Magellan, and then all of a sudden they just kind of skip over the whole death part, and it's like he's really important to the point where we have a whole chapter on this dude.
Yeah.
And we like the last paragraph is like he met his unfortunate or untimely death in the Philippines. Yeah, apparently he was allergic to multiple hits in the face.
You want to know how I found out that Magellan didn't make it all the way around?
How?
Is because I took a test because we were studying Magellan. I think it was high school or 8th grade or something like that. Mm-hmm. And one of the questions was, who went all around the world? And I said Magellan. And they said, he died. And I was like, you didn't tell me that part.
That would have been useful knowledge before the test.
I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, are you for real? Like, I was like, I don't deserve that. I was like, you never said that. But so I'm definitely on board with you. They did not teach that.
No.
Not too well.
No, it was definitely one of those very important pieces of information just set aside.
Yeah, because I had a Magellan Globe, so I thought I knew something. Oh, man. But we are going to fix Star Wars tonight. We're going to share our top 5 Star Wars parodies. And why don't we kick it off with that? I threw together a list. It's not really in order, but I'm ready. I think I did good.
Okay.
But why don't you kick it off? What's your number? Because I'm still like trying to figure out where.
So I was trying to figure out where everyone belongs on this, and I'm actually going to put number 5 for me. It's a web video series from 2006 called Chad Vader Day Shift Manager. It was one of my all-time favorite web videos, one of my favorite things they ever did as a parody, where it's just Darth Vader, but Chad Vader, dressed as Darth Vader, with the powers of Darth Vader, trying to run a store like a Walmart with just idiots. And it was very funny. Those were the web video days. That was that Dr. Horrible sing-along blog time, like when we were wondering, will the internet take over as the place we watch our things now? Like that was kind of that cool flux there. So
everything you said, I love. That was a great one. And it's funny that you say that because I did have one and I wasn't sure if I was going to put it on the list, but as soon as you said it, I was like, yes. And it's Troopers, which was a college humor. It was about two, they were stormtroopers. Yeah. And they played it up. So like they couldn't really do the Star Wars, but it was close. Like they did a good job of making it very close. And it was about 2 inept stormtroopers who are just trying to know about their day. So it's funny that it kind of matches up with what you're saying. And if you haven't had a chance to see it, like, watch this. Watch both of them. They're both really funny.
They're both very funny. Troopers is hilarious. I loved that as well. But I felt like, for me, Chad Vader was the one that I insisted on showing everyone ad nauseum.
Yeah, I get that.
And I love Troopers, though. Good call. All right. Number 4 is way more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Going through all of these. However, I have to choose my number 4 as Blue Harvest from Family Guy.
It's a popular one.
It really is. And I know they did. And at the time, I was a huge Family Guy fan, huge Star Wars fan. You smash those two together, and they did it under the title of Blue Harvest, which I loved. And each subsequent episode, like they did all 3 movies, they were okay. But the first one, Blue Harvest, was really just absolutely perfect. Knocked it out of the park.
Mine is George Lucas in Love. It was a short film from, I think, 99 or 2000. It's a great one. If anybody wants to see it, it shows George Lucas in film school and how everything around him sort of sparked the genius of Star Wars. And it's done in a fun little romantic comedy way that's like parodying Shakespeare in Love, but with Star Wars. So if anybody hasn't a chance to see it, go check that one out. That's a good
That was a really good one. I forgot all about that until we were going through all these, and I looked at that and was like, oh my gosh, I remember that. It was a lot of fun.
All right, what's your number 3?
This is by far the hardest because I have 4 that I want to put on this list, but I can only do 3 more. So okay. I'm actually going to forego the SNL casting videos, although I still think those are some of the top parodies ever and should be watched if you have.
With Richard Dreyfuss, I was in Jaws.
I was in Jaws. It's fast enough for you, old man. But I think my number 3 is going to have to actually be Fanboys.
Oh, good one.
Fanboys is one of my all-time favorite movies, all-time favorite. Like we've been talking recently about, if you've been paying attention on our episodes, we've been discussing how we're retiring stuff. And there are certain movies that we've reached a point in life that it requires retirement because it doesn't have the same effect and tie in, and it's more like a weird memory thing that just doesn't play out anymore. Or that it's just not as entertaining. Fanboys will never be retired. It was such an original idea, so well done, hilarious all the way through. I loved it, and I think it's one of the better parodies that have ever come out.
Agreed. I cannot argue with that. For me, one that I really loved that was definitely inspired by the Star Wars movement. I don't know that I would call it a parody, but it sort of does, and that's from '86, The Last Starfighter.
Oh man, yeah,
I love that movie, and I just like it, you know it comes off the heels of Star Wars and all that popularity, and you know there was no let up on that, and you can tell that like for that time, Star Wars was more of an influence on that than like any of the other stuff coming out around, like Terminator or any of the other sci-fi stuff coming out.
Yeah, that's a great choice. I love The Last Starfighter. Awesome.
Appreciate it.
All right, we're at number 2, and it's getting harder because I'm going to have to actually choose Robot Chicken Star Wars over Weird Al Yankovic.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I even named the episode after Weird Al's song.
I know, The Saga Begins. Yep. And it's great, but I love that Robot Chicken stuff. Those were just as quotable, if not more so, than the SNL ones. So,
yeah, for sure. That's a good one. I did not go with Robot Chicken on my list. My number 2 is Fanboys. I love it. It's a tender movie. It means a lot to me, and like you said, it's comfortable. You can watch it anytime. It feels good. But yeah. Just something about that movie is and the 99 factor and what it was like when Phantom Menace was announced and what it was like. So it's so nostalgic.
Yeah, and it was before all of the other things that came along that eventually either sullied or hurt the brand. You know, the way the turmoil Star Wars has gone through as an IP.
Yeah,
I think really Fanboys struck that time and place in '99 where we were all such uber fans of 3 movies that we would talk about with people with ad nauseum and just discuss the inner workings of the potential if you read the comics or you read the books and Fanboys just locks you into that time and allows you to transport back there.
Yep.
And it's just one of the classics. It's one of the best.
Yeah. Oh man, I just love that movie so much. All right, what you got for number one?
Number one, baby. It is the unretirable Mel Brooks with Spaceballs.
I'm just going to say it too. Spaceballs is my number one as well.
I mean, there's never going to be a better parody on whole of an entire franchise done at the height of its popularity and done perfectly.
Yep.
With able to just nail home the point of the merchandising. I mean, that Mel Brooks slays, man. He still kills it. And we have Spaceballs 2 coming out soon. So
there's still no official merch for Spaceballs.
Really?
They've never put out. That was the deal. No official merch for Spaceballs. So
all right.
And like they called the sequel for a few dollars more or something like that.
Yeah.
And
search for a few more dollars. Yeah.
Search for a few more dollars. But like in the commercial for the sequel, Mel Brooks is like, well, we found the dollars. It was down in my basement. So we're good. So this one we're just going to call the new one.
Amazing.
I love it. So yeah, that's a great list.
Good.
Solid list. Go check this
out. Great list, man. I appreciate that. That was a fun list. And plus it gave me the opportunity to listen to Weird Al Yankovic again. Yeah. And it's not that I don't listen to him, but I don't listen to him enough. He's very happy.
Yeah. He is very happy. I loved his movie. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. One of the funniest scenes in movie history is in that movie for me. And there's never a time where I don't laugh when I have to actually turn that movie on sometimes just to watch. I should buy it on DVD so I make sure I have it.
Oh yeah, that definitely.
And when the father walks in and he's with the accordion salesman,
mm-hmm.
and he's like, "What the hell is this? Where did that devil's squeeze box come from?" He goes, "Howdy, sir. My name is blah blah blah." He's like, "Shut up!" And he goes, "Oh yeah, no, I understand." He's like, or he's just like, "I was showing the boy an accordion," and he goes, "I thought I told you to shut up," and he just punches him in the face and then relentlessly beats him to death. Oh no, he asks him a question. He goes, "Who are you? What's your name?" And he goes to answer. He doesn't even say a word. And he goes, "Shut up!" And that's when he starts just beating him.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Weird Al, man. Oh. Weird
Al, man. He's brilliant. And the fact that he made his autobiographical movie just completely left field, the most random possible thing. It's like it's such a fever dream of what someone expects and hopes for fame is going to be. It's wonderful.
He and Madonna with that Rachel Wood, which is so good. I gotta watch that again. That was so funny.
Yeah, that deserves many rewatches.
But I want to ask you, sir, before we get started on fixing Star Wars, I want to ask you, where do you think Star Wars started to go wrong? It's going to be a tough one tonight.
All right. So started is honestly when George Lucas went back and decided he wanted to make changes in his original movies.
Yeah, all right. Touche.
I struggle with that right out the gate. The special editions that came out were necessary. That's not what we grew up with. It's not what we had. And if he was just adding some cool footage, I would have been fine with it. Because there are a few scenes in Bespin that actually, it's kind of neat. There's some cool stuff in Mos Eisley that I'm okay with. Not the weird farting Garafi cow thing. That was messed up, man. I didn't need that. Like there's some and I understand, look, the reason we loved it is because we were kids when we watched it and we loved Star Wars as kids. Because Star Wars are meant as simple stories for kids. Not even kids, for tweens. For those, young boys, the preteen girls who are looking to be heroes and heroines, that is their time, man. That is where they slot in for a movie like this because there's minimal kissing. The love story is very quaint, quiet, and subdued. We have a big walking fur blanket. We have a lot of crazy things going on. Droids that are silly and make noise, and a lot of flashing lights and big shooty pow pow boom booms. The story, there's holes in it. We all know the plot holes throughout Star Wars. So forgetting that Star Wars is meant for a younger crowd is our first mistake, our mistake as viewers. Okay. I think that when we walk in expecting some highbrow, big, deep Andor-like story, Rogue One. Those stories came to fruition because of the more adult. But when we went in 1999 to go see Phantom Menace, when we went into those movie theaters in droves, we went in thinking we were going to see something as teenagers, maybe a little snobbier, maybe a little, different twist to our minds. Maybe we started to get a little, here, of course I know movies better than most. So we walked into it already wrong, already trying to compare stuff. And it just didn't, we had the wrong attitude. And I think Lucas was doubling down on the kid stuff. And I think there wasn't a happy medium there. And that was the first mistake in Star Wars.
I agree to an extent. I think they're in that first one, which set the precedent going forward.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So I do agree with you. Like, that is where it started. I think in that first one, like, Jar Jar Binks, 1000% should not be there. We all and I'm nothing against Ahmad Best. I'm glad they gave him his chance to shine as a Jedi. But he was too goofy and racist of a character. And there were some really, like, I think people forget, they see Jar Jar, they see young Anakin, which I didn't have a problem with. He was a kid. No,
kid Anakin was fine.
Yeah, and I understand why he went with the Ben-Hur sequence and stuff like that, but it was, you have the Duel of the Fates at the end. You have a huge moment in Star Wars history, and Jar Jar ruins it. Every time you cut back to him, it ruins it.
It does.
Like, you have strong, like, why couldn't they keep those characters and not have a dullard be the one?
Right.
Maybe in fact, he shouldn't have been that. He should have been maybe cast out because he's a scoundrel.
I think that could have played better. Or they could have still had him be a little aloof, or say he just needed to be played differently. Whatever it was, Jar Jar just wasn't done well. And you're already giving us a child that we have to follow. So if you're going to give us childlike things, it needs to be a little more within realm. Yeah. You know what I mean? It needs to, it wasn't done well, because you could have had it be a goofy character. It could have absolutely been something about the voice, maybe something about the dialect. You just switch it up somehow.
Yep.
Makes some difference there. It was just, they doubled down on silliness, and that kind of took a lot of people out.
But I mean, even just like making him a more competent character. But even I would have loved the scoundrel act, because, like, it mirrors the Han Solo, introduces this character that, even if it's from the background, although I think like a more scoundrel type character probably would have been popular. Even if it's he's in the background, like Jar Jar inevitably ended up.
Yeah.
Seeing the scoundrel character who they helped turn around become a senator would have been interesting. Other than why does Jar Jar have this? Why is he?
It could have been interesting, or you could have made him a more apt person, a more apt Gungan. We can stick with Gungans. Gungan's great. I love the Gungan race. I love the idea behind it. It's wonderful. Just honestly, it's the dialect that threw me. And if they could have just made Jar Jar a little more competent, then you could have opened the door to Darth Jar Jar. And that would have been a heck of a tie-in. Then we would have had something cool to see that full run play out. And then he winds up being one of the secret apprentices who gets killed as well. Like, that could have played out really well.
Or after everything happens, he survived and took over. Like, he was a part of it the whole time. I mean, you can play it any number of ways. I like the Darth Jar Jar conspiracy theory. I don't need it, but I liked it. It was just one of those things that to utilize a character and make him interesting. But of course, what do we get? Clone Palpatine.
Yeah.
And Snoke, who means nothing. Who meant nothing.
Well, and that was such a struggle too, because what we had is an opportunity. And so let's say the first 3 movies, the biggest mistakes are definitely Jar Jar.
Yep.
It should have been taken a different way.
I think Anakin should have been a little older too.
I think Anakin by the second one should have been older.
Well, he was.
I think Anakin in the second one could have been older, and really, let's be honest here. The worst part of it all is that love story was so wooden. It's so brutal.
Yeah,
it is. Although, it's not believable to be. That's the thing. That's your love story. That's going to help force you to destroy the galaxy. What?
You're beautiful because I love you. That's a line in the Star Wars world.
I know. I hate sand.
I hate sand. Ugh.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere. I love her.
You son of a bitch. Listen, sometimes we all have wooden dialogue in our movies. Shut up. Oh, man. Well, no, it wasn't wooden dialogue. He just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, yours was a different story entirely. Dude didn't know how to say those words. He could not string those words together.
So many takes. Like, it's one line. Anyway.
I love her.
Like, they say you're never supposed to give line readings, but I swear to God, after take like 932, it's just like, oh my God. Oh my God. You could be in love with her by now. Like, in real life.
How are you not getting this?
Oh, dude. No, but, you know, watching that, like, we could have unfolded a lot more. Like, yes, I understand. Like, that, I would have liked maybe Anakin around 11 in... Because I think he was like
in Phantom? Okay.
In Phantom. And then in the next one, you're right, a little older, maybe like 20, 21.
Yeah.
And then like closer to 30. You know why? Because then I would have believed that this dude has been through war between Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. And here's the other issue with it. If we really want to fix Star Wars, George Lucas is not directing.
Mm-hmm.
If we have all that magical power right out the gate, let's just squash it.
Although George Lucas should oversee.
He has to oversee. It's his story, and I trust in the process of his story. I don't trust in his day-to-day ideals on what gets to screen.
Yeah, because he blacklisted a dude for doing one better than him.
Yeah.
His own film teacher. Oh.
Did it so well.
Empire Strikes Back, man. I'm going to probably watch that tonight.
It's one of the best. I'll absolutely watch it, man.
Oh, what's your go-to?
My go-to Star Wars movie? That's weird because lately it's been Rogue One, but I'm kind of past that at the moment. So just because I just recently watched Andor and Rogue One and did it all together, and now I'm like, nah. I think I'm more into. Well, my go-to actually has been 4, A New Hope. Okay. I like going back to that one a lot. That one and 3.
Yeah, it has a nice ending to it.
Mm.
You know, it's like, they won. If there was no other Star Wars, they won. All right, cool. They blew it up.
I mean, honestly, I can watch 3 and watch the greatest lightsaber battle ever. And then I jump to 4 and I watch this farmer just knock out the X-Wing, you know, take an X-Wing and knock out a Death Star, and I'm happy. Those are 2 great things.
Well, all right. So is the fight on Mustafar, is that the greatest?
I say the Mustafar lightsaber battle is number 1. What do you say is number 1? Naboo?
You're not going to like this. It's not even on in a movie. It's not even in a good show.
Go on.
I like the lightsaber battles in that, was it the Old Republic show? With the twins?
Oh, yeah.
I like that it's evolved into and listen, the fans have just as much credit for this as anybody else. So like if you hate me, fans, for saying this, then you guys got to give yourself more credits, because there are actual leagues and tournaments of you guys out there awesomely fighting. I saw a dude my size fighting, and I'm like, oh my God, I can do this. I was like, I can't. Like, that dude put practice in. But like, I was like, but it made me feel like I could. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
maybe a new hope.
The more we go on, like, are we really? I mean, we have lightsaber battles that meant so much to us. Like Obi-Wan and Darth Vader in A New Hope. That is an epic lightsaber battle, but it's not a good lightsaber battle.
What do you mean?
It's not a good not Mustafar. I'm talking about A New Hope.
Oh yeah, and four.
Yeah,
No,
it's not a good one, but
No.
it's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like by the time you get to Empire Strikes Back, you're like, wow, you can really have a good battle here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that was the Luke and Darth Vader battle.
Yeah.
I thought was very good. I thought it was better even than Return of the Jedi.
I agree. I think the Return of the Jedi was just done with such a cool thematic of things happening.
Yes,
I think five is a better fight, but 6 was just because what it meant, and you're seeing Luke really give in and be able to fight incredibly well, and then you see the anger that comes out when it unleashes, and that it is just a very different thing. Whereas in the 5th one, he's just finished training with a freaking Jedi Master, the last one around. So he's much more skilled and accurate. But you're also against Vader, who he may be part machine, but he's freaking Vader. So
powerful as hell, and I love that. And the more we went on, the better the lightsaber battles were. And Absolutely. I think that was influenced by the fans and as much as they've put out made up moves in the mythology that have been like entered into the canonized mythology and stuff like that. And I think that's one of those things. Like, so when I say this to people, and I'm like that old Republic, I can't remember the name of it. Amanda Steinberg was the star of it, and where she played the twins. I cannot remember the name of it.
The Acolyte.
The Acolyte. That's what it was. It's not a great show.
No, it is not. No, it's in fact almost actively bad.
It's too bad.
I'm sorry, and I do not say that it was. When I say that, I am not just poo-pooing on it. It actively failed in storytelling. It failed with character development. It did not do any justice to the performances that were put into that, which is very unfortunate. There were some good performances. I felt like editing hurt. I feel like there was and nothing came together. You know what I mean? The parts didn't feel, it was so disjointed. And it really that hurt.
It felt like it focused on a lore that was trying to replace the Skywalker lore.
Yeah.
Or at least match for some reason. I'm like, what is the purpose of this? Now, I could understand if they had these twins, it's another set of twins with that use the Force and they're very powerful. And maybe in the Old Republic, he thought they were the prophecy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then to see it go really badly. But they didn't do that.
No.
They didn't do that at all.
No.
They actively were trying to replace so much of the lore that has been built. And what pisses me off is you have these writers who are trying to like do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, again, I really think like these lightsaber battles and a lot of these things that happen come from the fans and the fan love and the fan films and the fan appreciation. And also like that's what inspires the build out on these things. Like, we have seen it. Like we've seen where like they've touched down on like, oh, the fans made up this conspiracy theory. Let's go with it. You know?
True.
So, but I will say that has, in my opinion, some of the best lightsaber duels in anything.
That's fair. I mean,
one more point. Just before it's because it's supposed to. Like, you're not supposed to look like it's 1977. You know, we have martial artists who are in the stunt world now that want to do this and like show you and now they want to do lightsaber battles and stuff. So it's choreographed perfectly,
and they look beautiful. And I mean, Ray Park helped us with that. We should all be grateful for Ray Park and Darth Maul and the way he upped the game of saber battles, because I say number 3 is my favorite. I think it's one of the better ones, and I think that's pretty well accepted that yes, it is one of the better ones. Mm-hmm. The one from Phantom Menace is the game changer. That was the saber battle that made everyone went, wait, that you can do what? You have a double-bladed saber and can do what? You know, that was amazing. And after that, we've gotten better. I mean, Rey in 7, 8, and 9, which look, 7, 8, 9 have a lot of problems. 7 was amazing. I love 7. I love what they set up and they started. Perfect.
Like a Star Wars film.
Yep, just like a Star Wars film. The second one, they absolutely shit the bed in it because no one talked about what kind of continuous story they were going to have. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I felt that. And then in the last one, they tried to tie in the best that they could with everything they had from the bits and pieces that were scrambled all over. And it just It was messy and once again disjointed.
Yeah.
But my issue is, if you're going into the Star Wars universe, you have an opportunity to do what The Mandalorian has done. And that's just good storytelling. You are in the Star Wars world. And I think too often it turns into a message, the message, or something that has to get across and has to be shoved down our throats. We're here for entertainment. I want to be entertained. If you are telling a good story in a world that I love, then we're going to get along fine. But if you're trying to shove your story or change lore that already exists, or feel like you can muscle your way in and be like, well, it's my world now. No, it's not. It's the fans' world. Yeah. We are the ones you must cater to because we're the ones who have the power of the purse, baby. We're the ones who are going to either show you we love it or not. And then you're going to be freaking out when you're like, why don't people love this? Well, give us more Andor. Give us more quality. Give us more Filoni. Filoni gets us into the world. He gets us through cartoons and Ahsoka. And he gets us into this awesome story in this vast world. It's galaxies that we're traveling, So there's a lot of lore and things that could have happened and planets and places to explore. So use that as your vehicle. They've been doing the same thing with Star Trek, just trying to hammer through this message. And it's like, just stop. Just stop. Tell us amazing stories in space. That's what Next Gen, the original series, Voyager, DS9, all the ones we love, Enterprise to some degree, was a little weaker in that one, but that for unfortunate other reasons. But those are the stories we love. Give us that. Give us awesome stories in space. Picard, give us fan service in space. There's Star Wars. Just give us that. Look, I understand people may be fried on Skywalker and don't want to hear that name anymore. Okay. Well, maybe because you ruined it and dragged it through the mud and beat it up. Don't blame the world. Don't blame the stories. Blame the people who tried to twist those stories or do something different or do something weird. I'm okay with different. Different's fine. But when you are doing that, just tell me a good story. Yeah. That's all I'm begging for. You have this huge world with all the possibilities, and you just decide to just kind of shoehorn something dumb in there that doesn't fit with everything else. Like, why? What's the point?
That, like, even with Ahsoka, I like Ahsoka a lot. I like the Ronin feel to it, and she's out there just doing her thing. But again, I felt like it focused on too much other than, like, let's make this, like, whereas Mandalorian and the Mandalorian focused on them.
Yes.
Focused on what they're going to do. Each week they have to do something to get to the ultimate goal of what they're trying to do.
Yep.
Ahsoka should have been that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like she's, and I realized she had to go on this personal journey. I do like how it ended. I do like how everything tied together, but I'm like, I'm enjoying watching these characters for the story more than I'm enjoying watching Ahsoka for the story, and I should be watching her.
Right.
Like, I'm enjoying her actions. Rosario Dawson was great.
It's phenomenal.
So, like, I'm not putting it down, but, like, she felt too removed from it.
Oh, I get that. Absolutely. And Ahsoka is one of those that kind of suffers from, if you didn't watch Clone Wars and didn't watch Rebels and didn't watch all of the backstory that Filoni did and built to that, that's the thing. Ahsoka has been the payoff for everything Filoni has put into motion.
It's a fan service for part of the Star Wars fans. Not even all,
exactly. And I love that. Like, even that is phenomenal.
And it works in that sense. Like, for me, the show is fine. I want a show about her. And I like where they're at with it now. Like, give me more because I want to see where it goes.
Right. Yeah.
And they are, and thankfully for that. But, like, it took you too long. I didn't like how you sort of detached her from the ultimate, like, where everything's going. Like, they're dealing with the war. She's off here doing her thing, kind of running into trouble. And it's like, I'm not saying she has to be in I get why she walked away. She's a great Jedi. But if you're bringing her back, bring her back.
Yeah, make her the penultimate and give her that power and show why she is who she is.
Show her a little bit, and then she ends up on The Mandalorian season 2 for like 5 seconds. I don't know, stuff like that. Like, I don't mind the intertwine, but, like, give me a reason. Like you said, good story that pumps out, like, why they're here, what we're doing here, what I need to see next. And they've lost, like, sort of. They definitely lost it with Last Jedi. The Solo movie was tough.
Solo was tough, man. I feel like some of those, and look, there are some things I don't want to know. Like, I don't need to see the Kessel Run. There's just, there's just things that remain a myth because a myth is great. And when the legends, what is it? Print the legend, right? So
I actually would have said. I actually said when I don't know if I saw that with you in theaters. I might have.
Yeah.
So many years ago, but I thought it would have been funnier if it was 13 parsecs. That was the reveal in that movie, is that like he did get 13, but he tells everybody 12, and that became 4.
And that's like his way of pitching it. And I have to say, look, getting oh man, I forgot his name. Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Getting Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian was one of the coolest parts of that whole story.
Then give me a Lando movie.
We never got a Lando movie.
I would have preferred that over a Solo movie.
Honestly, a Lando movie would have been a lot more fun because you can go a lot more places with it. With a Han movie, we know most of the story. Yeah. And there have been a lot of comic books and books that have gone back and kind of dug through his lore and how he came from Corellia and what he moved up through, why he loved the Corellian Model YT because it was built on his planet and he grew up seeing the shipyards, building them, going, I'll have one of those one day. Like, we have that exists. You know what I don't have? I don't have Lando being the biggest hogged son of a bitch, doing the coolest shit, just smooth as hell. Just being absolutely badass and then becoming a governor because he won a colony in a game. Like, dude, give me that story.
But even, and to kind of like piggyback off that, if you wanted to do a Solo movie, first of all, that's a tough character. You're replacing Harrison Ford, who we just got only a couple of years before and saw die. So for you to give us a new guy is too much, too fast. Yeah, you're really messing for money. You're really messing with the fans' hearts on all of this. So you get all that, and then like I would have done a Lando movie, which is a hit or miss. It's a bit of a gamble, but I don't. Yeah. I think if they actually got a good filmmaker to come in and make a Lando film, and I think it should be one of a black director to come in and do that.
Oh, man, give me a Ryan Coogler version,
something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then, tell that story and then just introduce that kid and Chewie as Han and introduce them as Han and Chewie, and they come in to help him with the heist or something. They're part of his team rather than give us a whole other team we don't even know. Woody Harrelson and shit.
Woody Harrelson, and which I love seeing him. I love seeing Tandy Newton. It was fantastic. They're great actors.
Or add them to the team for Lando.
Right, give them to Lando. Like, I want a Lando movie, and I want Jordan Peele to do my Lando movie. That would be really fun because I bet he would get into like the K2 stuff and their relationship. It would just be wild to see his take on that. I mean, and that was the other thing. You made the sidekick for Lando Calrissian someone I cared about. You made me give a shit about a droid who is trying to create a liberation front. I could not have been more excited about a revolutionary droid. Yep. It just so well done.
Yeah, all those aspects. But I mean, like, that's what I want. If you're gonna go out on like limbs like that, I don't need younger versions. I don't need a Han Solo story. I don't need a Princess Leia as a kid story. Like, it was fun seeing her in Obi-Wan. I didn't need that. I needed Obi-Wan doing something. That felt misplaced. Like, again, I like that show. Don't get me wrong. That was one of the ones I like most. But and personally, because I love Obi-Wan.
Well, of course, you and I are both big fans of him. I mean, I tell you, look,
that's my number one.
The way I always try to introduce myself to new women, and potentially through dating sites, whatever it may be, is always hello there. And one day, someone's going to catch on, and they're going to be like, "Oh, hello, General," and I'll be like, "Well, that's it. That's it. There's my person."
Be even better if she's just like, "Aren't you dead?" There you go.
Like, how'd you know?
Well, do you think that there's a way to fix Star Wars to get it back on track? Do we have to retcon things? Do we have to change things? Do we just push past and maybe like try and gloss over some of the stuff?
I think I don't think glossing over helps. I think accepting what is there and moving forward is the only way to do it. I think Rey could totally get her own like show now. I would follow Rey because I love that character. They did a wonderful job with it. That's the weird thing about the last 3 movies. They did a really good job with the characters.
Well, I would argue
Finn was the one who Finn was really screwed over. John Boyega was so underutilized.
Yeah.
And they really could have done something neat with him, and they just flubbed it. Which is probably one of my biggest gripes about it. Because Poe was fantastic. His growth, perfect.
He was a cool character, and I did like his growth, but it was too rushed, and I felt like they should have fleshed him out more, and maybe had him and Finn be the partners.
That's who I was hoping would be the freaking partners, because then you wind up with someone who's going to grow to be the general and someone who's going to grow to be the admiral. You know what I mean? And see how they work from each side. Or have Finn be another Jedi, or at least attuned, Force attuned. So he runs around as the partner with Rey, or have the three of them fly around. And why would Finn have left Rey and Chewie when you have the opportunity to hang with Rey and Chewie?
It makes no sense. None of it makes sense, and it pisses me off. Okay, I get that he liked Rose. I don't care if he has that. In fact, fine, introduce Rose so that way she can be a romantic portion, then we can get past the Rey and Finn romance.
Yeah, because I don't care about that. I don't want that romance. That romance was cute. It was the idea that they were cuting it up at first. I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. And the more I thought about it after that first movie, I was like, I don't think I want that. I think I really want Rey and Finn to be contemporaries. You know what I mean? Have them become equals, like they're pals. They're friends who got through this, and now they have Chewie, who the three of them are the misfits. And then you have Poe, we get to see on the General Leia side. That's the interaction of what's happening with the rebellion. That's where you get your big dramatic effect. And then these three keep coming in and, trying to work with the rebellion. There's so much more they could have done.
I got to argue with you a little bit. I thought it would have been interesting if Poe, because he gets taken in the first one, Force Awakens, right? And then he escaped with Finn. Mm-hmm. I thought it would have been better when they escaped, they stayed together. And then he went with them. They found Rey, and then they became the team. And what's the point of Rey learning how to be a pilot? Not saying that she can't learn how to be a pilot, and Finn can't either. But why wouldn't Poe be your clear choice to be like the Han replacement to drive for the Millennium Falcon? Makes sense. It's also, she's so connected to Leia.
Yeah.
And after Han dies, like Chewie would connect with, because of Leia would connect with him. And Rey can lead that charge. Like, I'm not saying that she can't be connected with Leia too, but she's looking for Luke. Well, I mean, that whole thing was Luke on an island. I get why Luke ends up on an island.
Sure.
Secluded, because that's all he ever knew. Everybody went secluded that he looked up to.
They all went secluded. He went secluded after what he did to, he trying to bring up bring back the Jedi and just realizing it was a mistake and wiping it all out. Sure. Old Grumpy Luke is absolutely going to be out there. I love that.
The way it was handled, like he went straight back to the Jedi Island. It's like, dude, first of all, how do you know about it? You liar. You liar. That shouldn't exist anyway. How does everybody not know about that?
Yeah, right.
Why wouldn't that be one of the first places the Emperor went?
Yeah, the Inquisitors, Emperor, someone would have gone there and just wiped it.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe not the Emperor himself, but the Emperor would have known about it. Would have known. Would have gone there probably. I don't know. There's so many questions, and it's cool that you want to introduce new lands, but make them make sense. Make them push the story, not make us ask questions of like, well, he's in Ireland? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, well, I mean, Dagobah was kind of that way.
No, but Dagobah made sense. Yoda had to go into hiding.
Well, that's fair, and it's a swamp planet where nobody ever goes. Where it's very difficult to live. The atmosphere technically would kill you if it wasn't protected by a Jedi. It's
so far away; it's hard for them to sense them. They were all on an outer rim, which I liked. Like, Tatooine is on the outer rim, so. Yep. Having that and having Obi-Wan like hiding too, like to look after Luke, like it gave a purpose. Luke lost his purpose. Like what I don't know. Like there's so much that they underutilized him. Although lost his purpose, but he's the most powerful Jedi who can fight remotely from home.
Yeah, he's that powerful.
They were trying so hard. I just don't know why when they did this and not Kathleen. Well, It's because Kathleen Kennedy. She just had too much power.
Kathleen Kennedy had too much power. Nobody could say no to her, and she changed a lot of things, broke a lot of things. I understand every time now when I heard about someone quitting or someone leaving or, directors, writers, everybody swapping out. And it's like, yeah, if your producer can just walk in and say, we don't like any of this and we want to change the story, it's like you're hurting the story.
Yeah.
Like, you understand there's not going to be that consistency anymore. You want to add what kind of scene in there? Oh, war profiteering casino. What? Like, dumb shit, man. Dumb shit.
More often than not, when you hear like a director left because of creative differences, it's coded language for this is going to be a bad movie, and the director doesn't want his name on it.
Almost 100%. Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. They don't, one of those unspoken things they don't really talk about. But I don't know. I just it's sad because it's like a limbo type thing. Like, I'm not even that excited for Mandalorian and Grogu.
I'm not either. But here's the thing: is I wasn't super excited for Rogue One, and then we watched Rogue One, and it was by far one of the greatest Star Wars movies I've seen in my life.
Agreed, but I would say it wasn't so much non-excitement as much as it was just like sort of a nervous anticipation, because it was like, we got Force Awakens, then Rogue One came out, and you're like, this is different. This doesn't have anybody. What are we going to do? And I think that's where it was just more like just a nervousness than it was a like I thought it was going to be bad. Like, I would say, if anything, I like Guardians of the Galaxy on the other side of it with Marvel. That was one where I was like, I don't know that this is going to be bad, but it's just like, it's wild that they're doing it.
Right. Yeah. I can't believe this is actually a direction they're trying to go.
Yeah. So like when you finally get Rogue One and it's around the same time, you're like, it's that came out after, but when it comes to Rogue One, it was that same sort of anticipation of like, what are we gonna have here? Like, what are we working towards? And it brilliantly surprised. But then at the same time, like, what do they announce? Like, you got the second one, terrible, and then they say Solo, and you're like, first of all, there's already problems with production. You flipped out directors and all this other stuff. And then by the time you get to it, you're like, what happened to Rogue One?
Yeah, I know. It was like Solo just turned, and you can see where the changes are, the drastic shifts, the amazing moves. And it's like, I don't love this. I don't love this. I don't understand. You gave me a love story that I'm into, and then all of a sudden that's not acceptable. Like, you're somehow screwing that up. Just everything was weird, man. They haven't consistently put out anything great. They've gotten Andor. They've gotten Rogue One, 100% correct. Mandalorian, I think that's one of their untouchables. There may be one or two weird episodes, but overall, as a show, I think it's been fantastic.
I think it's one season too long, in my opinion.
I mean, that's fine, and I can see that. I get it. I have to say, Boba Fett was an absolute falling down on their face. That was
Power Rangers on motorcycles.
Yeah, it was one of the worst things I've ever seen. It was so dumb, so dumb. And we're gonna take this teenage biker gang, and that's gonna be part of your tough guy crowd now. That's how you're gonna rebuild as your criminal empires. What are you doing? You're
wearing two of the colors in that biker gang.
Yeah,
because they were the most vibrant biker gang I've ever seen. It's like,
that's valid. I do love those shiny biker gangs. Look, where Star Wars is now, it's in a hopeful rebuilding, because we're going to have Mandalorian and Grogu, which I think is going to be solid. I don't think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be as good as seeing Luke Skywalker walk through that Star Destroyer and just wipe out all of those freaking. That was the coolest thing, is when the droids come back and they're all like, oh no, he's got to fight the super droids. And he just straight up just slays them. And he's just like, whatever, just walking them like, go away. You're dead. You're dead. That's how powerful a Skywalker is. And especially one of the last Jedi around. Dude, he's going to be crazy powerful.
Dude, how are you going to that? Oh my God. I remember when that hit, and it was just like, are they really about to top the hallway Darth Vader scene, which is hard enough?
They topped the hallway Vader scene, which is easily one of the greatest scenes that's ever been put on screen. We can all, as Star Wars fans, agree. watching Darth Vader just watched in a hallway. I mean, that's if you're a trooper back then, you have no shot. If that dude is coming at you, you're dead. You're dead. They're all dead.
I think that's where they went wrong with Kylo Ren, because they did a cool thing where he stops the beam in Force Awakens when he's walking over to Poe.
Yep.
But when so it shows his power and like how he can talk to him and stuff and just keep the beam there at all times. So close and like just coming closer and closer is beautiful. But he needed a moment like that to really show like he has power, because that was another character that was like, it's a weak character.
Yep. They focused so much on the mentality of that character. Again, we got to see this. We got to see a lot of who Ben Solo was. We didn't get to see a lot of how badass Kylo Ren is. We got to see pieces. You know, he's another one like Vader for a minute. You see pieces early on of how badass he is and terrifying. But that hallway scene cements everything.
Yeah.
Forget the video games. Forget everything else you ever played. Force Unleashed 1 and 2. Doesn't matter. That scene, walking down the hallway, is everything you need to know that if you're just a freaking dude in the universe, you're fucked.
So basically what we're saying is Star Wars can't be fixed, but it can be improved.
I mean, it can just be done better. You can't
go back and change stories to fix them right now.
Correct.
You just have to have the black spot there forever.
There is the best way to really embrace and continue to go forward as a franchise, as that logo, is going to be to give us more of the distant past, and I mean distant past, where there's a billion freaking Jedi. The Jedi dime a dozen, man. I want lots of crazy saber fights and weird stuff going on like that. The other option is, if we're going forward with Rey and we're going to continue moving on with that, is be willing to lean into good story. We like that character. We like most of those characters. You can still make Finn work. You can still make Poe work. We can do more with them. Give us solid story. Make us give a crap about them. Make us care about whatever their mission or their goal is. You know, we want to see them succeed. So let's go through the struggles of whatever they're trying to go through. And for the love of God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Do what George Lucas did. All right, studio, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Please. Let our 10-year-old hearts just squee when we see a big Star Destroyer come on screen and start blasting lasers and stuff, and the green lasers are shooting, and then the Mon Calamari cruiser's trying to get out, and it's got the red laser shooting, and the TIE fighters come screaming in, and they're just fighting, and then the X-Wing, pew, whap, 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 and they're all just shooting at each other. It's all I want, man. Just
all I want.
Please, for the love of God.
And go back to models. Seriously. Oh, I love models again. That's such a lost art form.
Yes, man. I remember the models so much. And that was actually something I used to do with my models. I would build them and then battle damage them. And then realize that you can't do anything else with them. Oh, I used to love doing that stuff. I watched a special on Star Trek on how they did that, the battle damage ships and stuff. And I was like, I can do that. So I started doing that to my ships. And then, you can't undo it.
Yeah, no, you're just kind of stuck at that point.
Yeah, then you just got to blow them up.
Oh, my God. 4th of July, baby.
Ooh, baby. Tell you what, those M80s, man. That Star Destroyer, the Vengeance did not hold up to the M80.
Oh, my God. That should be our 4th of July episode. It's just us blowing shit up.
I will build models to blow them up on the 4th of July. Here's the thing, though. We've got to decide right now, because I'll buy
a Death Star.
Are we going to build? Absolutely not. But unless we're doing that one together, do we want to build different vehicles from our favorite shows, or in honor of 4th of July, do we just want to build a couple boats and just blow up some boats?
You can build whatever you want.
All right.
I'm going to buy a boat and blow it up.
Perfect.
I tried modeling one time in different ways, and they all ended horribly. Put that out there. There's many versions of that word. I've tried them, and they did not go well. So
Except when you were a hand model, that was the best. That was
Yeah, but I just couldn't keep my hand off my dick.
It will happen, unfortunately. Yeah, the unsolicited dong slide is a problem,
dude.
Yeah, bigger issue in the modeling industry than most people are aware of.
That's fair. That is fair. I wasn't in the modeling industry because they were like, "Hey, we don't want you."
Well, I mean, but you tried.
I did try. I got my blue Magnum or blue Steel, whatever it is.
Yeah, blue Steel, baby.
Got you. See, I was pretty once, but they were like, not pretty enough, jerk. And I was like, all right. It's weird.
Obviously, that's how they all talk too.
Yeah, very, very snooty. It's a very snooty place.
Not good enough, jerk. Move it along.
Listen, when that face doesn't look like that, you can join. It's like, okay, I'm gonna wait. Oh,
that was fair enough. I went into a modeling agency once to apply and see about work, and they kept asking me where their food was. So eventually, I was like, I think I get the hint. So I just left. Yeah, more like the help than I do
Hey, what are you doing in here? I just stopped to use the bathroom.
How did you get here? Where are you, boy?
You ain't our type.
A very handsome security guard came up and sent me outside.
That was like whenever I got pulled over in LA. Like the cops were always gorgeous, and you're just like, you tried to be an actor at some point.
Yep.
You fucking guys are so pretty, and the women too. Like everybody, they were all gorgeous.
That's where hold on. Is that where? Let me tie this together. Is that where the soap operas all shoot out in LA?
Listen, not all of them. I forget what's in New York.
Oh, there is one in New York still.
I think there's one or two, but there may not be. I don't know. Okay. I don't watch soap operas. I should have got in on those.
Dude, the older I've gotten, the more I'm like, well, let me see what those stories are. What's happening?
I don't care about. I meant working on the, getting the unions in that way. Like that. Soap opera, like I refused reality TV. I'd never. No, it's downfall of society. But soaps, I don't give a shit. Still acting, it's still like there's storytelling. I got no problem with that.
Steady paycheck, baby.
It's like I would have done Hallmark too, but I would have got real bored of those stories over and over again.
Yeah, but Hallmark would have been amazing.
I want to meet I want to meet the production manager of any Hallmark time frame.
Yes.
And just like has to get it together, or just like everyone, because I don't know how the mode works. I guess they have producers they put in charge of, you got this project, you got this project. They probably pepper them. They're probably like, you got 3 projects you got to get done by July so we can have it out by Christmas. You got 3, you got it's shit like that. So and bonkersness. But how do you keep up with it?
Right.
How do you keep up with it? Like the producer brain in me wants to explode because I'm like, all right, this actor, wait, Hillary Burton's in this, her exact double, or no, the others, Sophia Bush is in this.
Valerie Bertinelli's over here.
Valerie Bertinelli's the mom now in this. And it's like, no, but like they're all the same.
Melissa Joan Hart's over here.
Good looking guy I saw in The Rookie once.
Yeah.
Like, you're the star of this piece, huh? Oh, Barry Watson's here. Like, which movie are you in? Like, what are you gonna try and figure out here? What are you giving me?
Patrick Muldoon.
So, like, it's gotta be a logistical nightmare unless they have the money to just pump out crews. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they do. They make all these movies.
They make a boatload of movies, dude. And look, they're fun movies. But they're the same movies. Sure. They're literally just the same movies, just pumped out with I wonder,
Mad Libs.
What?
It's done with Mad Libs.
I was gonna say we need a Mad Libs, but we have to like pull a big crank and then like have words randomly pop up, and we have to get a group of like 6 words, and then we have to use those in a story and create a Hallmark movie.
I'm down. All right, awesome. We got another episode ready to go.
Yep. The Hallmark movie machine.
You know how you and I disagree on separate the art from the artist?
Well, yeah, we struggle with it. Differently.
To me, I'm like, there's no way you can enjoy anything creative if you don't separate the art from the artist.
I do completely agree with that. Yes.
Everyone is horrible.
Yeah.
All celebrities are horrible, and everybody's done something. So, but somebody was talking to me about Russell Brand, and like, how like it's crazy he's coming out these last few years, and it's just getting crazier and crazier. I was like, I don't watch anything of his ever, because I realized he was an asshole when he bought the Batmobile from Batman Forever back in the day.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that's a clear sign you're an asshole.
I mean, that's valid. It's a terrible Batmobile.
It's a fucking terrible Batmobile.
But I do love it. I'm sorry.
Why do you love it? It's got glowing.
It's awful. Because it's the gaudiest trash. After the Burton Batmobile, which is,
so good.
I mean, it's perfection. The Burton Batmobile is the best Batmobile, hands down.
I agree.
The Batman Forever Batmobile is ridiculous. It's so dumb, but I love it. Batman and Robin Batmobile is garbage.
Yeah.
And then the Batman Begins Batmobile is cool and something I could actually own.
Dude, the Batmobile from Batman Forever is one of those vehicles that looks like it was made specifically to sit outside of a bar.
Oh yeah,
that's it. It's got the neon
100%.
colors. It's stupid as hell. Like somebody had that made and was like, I got my own Batmobile made. And they somehow, Joel Schumacher put it in a fucking movie.
It's 100% the West Coast Choppers version of a Batmobile.
Yeah. Some rich dickhead who wanted like a custom car walked in and goes, you know what I'm really into? Batman. But I don't like any of his cars. And it's like, okay.
That's 100% what absolutely Exhibit used as the premise for Pimp My Ride. He was like, I want to be able to upgrade above someone's ride the way this Batmobile got upgraded.
Right. There was functionality in that first one.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's
the
clearly
second
iconic
one, though,
because if you go back to Batman Returns, which I did just watch, the Penguin made a little Batmobile that looked exactly like it. It was one of those riding ones.
Yep.
I'm like, it was so iconic. He destroyed it, and then they built that. Like, I know why they did, because I know Joel Schumacher. He was all into the neon.
Yeah.
But come on, man. And that's not coded language. I know he was gay. I just meant that he was into neon.
The
fucking everywhere.
No, I get that. I understand. I too love the neon, and I see why he was trying to be comic booky, but comic booky, he went way too far. He took things
way too far.
They just were not great. But this Batmobile is like the tribal tattoo of the Batmobile world. This is legitimately, this was a fad that people thought they were into, and then they saw it and they went, oh, I don't think I like this. But I can't say anything now. It's too late because it's half my sleeve. So I just have to go with it.
There's someone out there in 1995 who saw that movie and was like, get me to a tattoo parlor. I want this stuff on there. And they got it on there. Two-Face, Riddler, Chase Meridian, 84-year-old Robin. Robin who's giving Alfred a run for his money. And then, of course, that ugly-ass Batmobile. And they got it. And of course, they put him in the Batman in the worst suit, not the one he's in most of the movie. Anyway, we got it tattooed, and I want to meet that person, because then going on, it's just like, how dare you? It's not often opinions are wrong. But on this one,
I mean, even the wing on it is too much. Like the big wing that goes up on the top in the middle of it, the cockpit, is huge.
Go look up the one from Batman and Robin. They added two more giant wings. There's three of them. It's so stupid. Oh, I love it though. I not Batman and Forever. I love ripping it apart.
Well, yeah, because it's terrible. Yeah, the Batman Forever one, that's right. This one was worse.
So much worse.
Actually,
it's like they were like, oh, they didn't like the last one? We'll improve it. Okay.
They tried to do like a Rolls Royce Bugatti, but tough guy. I don't get what happened here. Those movies are terrible.
Is that the movie you're going to say tough guy to?
That's terrible, and those movies should be forgotten. You know what? I'm gonna see it. Everyone who's listening right now, everyone who's here, if you're listening later on the podcast, we love you and appreciate you. Please strike from the record your memory of Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. We shan't be referring to them again. They are no longer allowed in the lexicon of our world, and we must stop acknowledging their existence because they're garbage.
I still got to watch Batman and Robin for next week. So I got a week left on that deal.
You are...
They're retired after.
It'll give us a chance to retire them. I think we need to start putting our retirement list together. As we're getting ready to retire, we should put together the list of all the movies and shows that we officially have to retire as we go. Because I can tell you right now, Porky's is on mine. And I love that movie.
That's been retired. I can give a shit
about
that.
That one's been retired. National Lampoon's Animal House, retired.
Yeah, I get that. It's dated. Caddyshack will probably always stay open for me.
Yeah, well, Caddyshack's still forever. Caddyshack's one of the best. I own several lumber mills, Danny. I see spend a lot of time there.
Your uncle fucks border collies. All right. Let me tell you my joke before we get out of here.
Okay, all right.
So, 9/11, huh? That sucks. Man. The only thing that killed worse than that joke. Oh, I wasn't even done. Yes. I have to think of something. You love dark humor. I have to think of something.
It's just the New York, New Jersey guy leading off with that. It's just... It's not funny. It's
I had to go somewhere with it. I had to listen. If there's one thing I've learned in doing, like, trying to make people laugh, is you gotta play to your audience.
Yep.
And
you know me in atrocities.
You do love a good atrocity.
Do love a good atrocity. I can't help but laugh when something horrifying happens because I don't have the right reaction thing in my brain that tells me not to. I just go, I'm awkward and uncomfortable, and I'll laugh at that.
Oh no! That was a fair laughter. I gave it to you in like I did the beats.
You did the beats. That's what got me. You know your steps. Yeah, I heard you going into the joke, and I was like, I don't even care. This is so good.
You know what I was thinking about earlier, and after I saw Jim Sterling died, and I'm like, I should offer this to Casey. And I was like, well, what should be the joke? And I started thinking about stuff, and I was just like, so. And I was just trying to think of an atrocity. At one point, it was Mount Olympus. Not Mount Olympus, Vesuvius.
Vesuvius, yeah.
So Pompeii, huh?
Awesome. Oh man!
So you ever heard of the
that
potato famine?
San Francisco quake. You know what I mean?
So you ever heard of the potato famine? That Pol Pot guy's a real dick, huh?
That's great. That's wonderful. Yeah, you know who's a real cocksucker? That Mussolini guy, huh?
I saw him hanging around once.
That was a dick.
That was a deep, deep cut that only historians understood because half this country can't even fucking read.
No, I love it. I love that you just pulled that, brother. Thank you.
Oh, all right, man. Well, we had some good laughs tonight. We had some good Star Wars talk.
We did. Much like Comrade Lenin, this was a real shot to the face.
Don't make you're gonna make me pee. Oh my God, Bay of Pigs, right? That should be our thing from now on. Is like every time like we find ourselves like steering downwards, we're like so, and then it's got to be something in history because at least then we're teaching people to go look at something in history.
I mean, that's a lot like a soccer team crashing in the Andes. Am I right?
Not as bad as Munich.
Ooh, nice.
Oh man!
So Genghis Khan wiped out some folk, huh? No, that's what. We'll clear this slate like Genghis Khan. That's much better.
Oh my god! Oh god! So prima nocta, huh?
So all the Crusades, am I right?
Oh my god! The children's one is the best.
Always my favorite.
Oh my god! People, if you're watching or listening, look this shit up. Learn your history.
It's real. We love to talk about history. We love dipping in history. More importantly, we love joking about history because humans are terrible and have been lighting people on fire as heretics since the beginning of time. So
yeah, no witches were ever burned. Only women.
Only women. Yep. So just saying, if you happen to feel like you're having a bad day, we used to talk about sacrificing people to have good crops. So it's not that bad.
That's true. That's true. But I think I'm at a point now where I laugh so much I'm going to pee, and with a kidney stone, that's hit or miss.
Yeah, I hope that it doesn't hit. And sir,
I hope it does hit and like it vacates and is like, hey, you talked about that Star Wars Old Republic show a little too much. I again forgot the name. Yeah, that's how bad the show was. It was just the lightsaber duels that I dug.
I mean, the Acolyte literally brought Trinity from the Matrix and still managed to F it up. Like, how in the world are you going to bring Carrie-Anne Moss back as a Jedi? Awesome as crap.
A good one, too, yeah.
Oh, awesome. And you can't give me anything?
Nope. And that's where we leave very sad this we love Star Wars. We're always gonna love Star Wars. We can't wait to see what comes out, but we hope it gets better and better, just as it goes along.
I just hope it continues on the brilliant storytelling and continues to show that rebel side. And remember, always fight for the rebels, baby.
Damn right.
We are the underdogs.
Well, Casey, you got anything else you want to add before we get going?
I do want to say thanks to everyone who listened. We appreciate you. We love you. We hope you had a little fun and had a good time here. Thank you for dealing with the fact that I have had these crazy allergies for the last, 2 weeks now. That has maybe became a sickness. So sorry for some of the hacking and the grossness, but I appreciate it. Love y'all. And remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to each other.
Love it. And guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We truly appreciate it as you do. That's over on YouTube. And if you're listening to this on the podcast platform, which it's on all of them, so go check it out. Make sure to follow us there, rate and review us if you can. It really goes a long way and helps us out. Big deal. You can follow us at the Scene Snobs all over social media. We have a good time doing different things over there, so make sure you check that out. And we do quick reviews, stuff like that. We have other shows on our channel as well. Classic Film Review, Does It Suck? The Discovering Horror, so much more. Other podcasts, Popcorn and Pints on Saturday nights. So join in for any one of those. We appreciate it. But like the man said, take care of yourselves because that's important. And be kind, rewind, and we'll talk to you next week. Later. Yankees win! Can't argue that.